Hi. Okay, today we're basically doing the same thing as yesterday, but you're just going to find and then point arrows back to the verbs. But what makes this harder is they've thrown some different types of sentences at you. Number one is easy peasy. You should work diligently. Well, first things first, find your verbs. I see should. I know should usually has a verb, another verb with it. Because it's is, am, are, was, were, be, me, been, has, had, should, shall, should, will, would, may, might, must, can, could. Should what? Should work. So that's my whole verb. I would underline that twice. And then how should they work? Diligently. Okay. But now look at 2. Did you listen attentively? And sorry how squished that is. I ran out of room. I see is, am, are, was, were, be, being, been, has, have, had, do, does, did. Did. I know did needs another word, another verb. I did what? I did listen. So I know there's going to be an adverb. Is you an adverb? No, of course not. You is a pronoun. And in this case, this is the subject of the sentence. But remember, in questions, we don't start our sentences with the subject. We start it with our question words. So my subject actually broke my verb in half. How did I listen? Attentively. So I'm going to circle attentively, draw an arrow to listen, and draw an arrow to did. Now look at this next one. Brilliantly, the stars shone. We don't usually say things this way, but you'll see it a lot in poetry. And remember we talked about using poetic language in your writing just to make things pop to our senses. Brilliantly, the stars shone. Beautifully she sang. Horribly, he bellered out a tune. It's meant to really invoke your senses and to make it sound swishy and fancier. But you are going to see it. So the first thing I'm going to do is find my verb. This ends in an ly. I know it's not a verb. I know the is never a verb. So I've got stars shone. I know stars is a noun. Shone, even if for some reason I wasn't familiar with that, it makes sense that would be the verb. And it is the verb. It's the past. It's the past tense of shine. How did they shone? Well, I've already established this is an ly verb. How were the stars? I'm going to say shining. How are they shining? Brilliantly. Brilliantly, the stars shone. And now look down to number 8. He pleaded his case eloquently. I'm going to look for my verb. Again, this might be a word you're not sure of the meaning. So just look at each word. Is he or his going to be the verb? No, of course not. That's pronoun and possessive pronoun. So that leaves pleaded case eloquently. Eloquently is my ly word. So I'm pretty sure that's my adverb. So that leaves case and pleaded. Well, his is in front of the word case, which means case is probably a noun. It's something that's owned. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a legal case. So like the person trying to prove that they aren't guilty. They're pleading their case. It means they're begging, they're pouring their heart and soul into it. It is an action. And how did he plead? He pleaded eloquently. So you circle eloquently, draw the arrow to pleaded. So not every one of those are weird like that. I also want to point out, I a lot of times your adverbs are going to follow your adjectives. But as we saw here with brilliantly, they don't always. We'll look at number 9. Daniel courageously served God. We could have also written that Daniel served God courageously. Either way, verb, easy to pick out. What is it? Served. Your ly word is courageously. How did he serve? Courageously. Circle. Draw to it. That's all there is to it. And I'm only going to ask you to finish up Think A on this one, because they did throw several that are a little harder, and I really want you to focus and take your time instead of having to worry about doing a whole lot. Bye.